Hi guys, do you want to learn how to make these beautiful coffee dyed leaf print papers? Well, grab yourself a cup of coffee, literally, and I am going to show you how. On the weekend, I was experimenting coffee dyeing papers, and I decided to try with some of the leaves in my garden. And these were the results I came up with, and I was so thrilled with them. I posted them on social media, and a lot of people asked me to please share how I did it. So here we go. You're going to need a few supplies. It's very basic, and let me show you what you need. You're going to need normal copy paper. Well, I use copy paper because I don't like super thick pages in my junk journal, but you can use watercolor paper, 160, 200 gram papers, whatever you like, whatever you have on hand. This is a great use it up method. So we have copy paper. Don't forget your lined and dotted and all kinds of other papers. That's what I did, and I got this. Isn't that fantastic? I just love it. Okay, so we have and of course, no junk journaler would be without some envelopes. Don't forget we're gonna do some envelopes too. So it's the basic papers, and of course, leaves. If you're not lucky like me to have a garden that has a lot of trees and leaves, go for a walk in the woods and gather some up. You don't need a lot because you can use the same leaf over and over. The key is, unlike with normal pressing leaves, you want leaves that are thick with big veins in them. Like you see here, this has thick veins. My hortensias, finally I can use them. I could never use them in pressing because they were too thick and juicy and they just mush everywhere. Let's see, what else do I have here? Anything, just look on the underside, and if it's got lovely veins, use it. Let's see what else. See, I just went around. Ferns are always one of my favorites. Japanese, I can't even remember the name. Sorry, the names come to my head in German. Lowbear. Yeah, so gather up some leaves. Lots of leaves that have lots of texture and veins in them, and they'll give you a great print. And then you're going to need coffee. I use coffee and walnut. I made this walnut water. It's like coffee, but I made it last fall when the walnut tree in our backyard, well, my neighbor's backyard, and they dropped walnuts all over our garden. And then I cooked them. Unfortunately, I can't show you the process because I have to wait till fall till the walnuts fall, and then I never thought to videotape how I made the walnut spray. But you can take some, either you can make an extra strong, thick, dark coffee, or just take some paint, add it in to make it darker, or use a few drops of Tim Holtz's walnut stain that you ink your inking pads with. You just want a contrast, if possible, of coffee. You don't need it. Here, I believe these ones I just did with coffee. The darker ones I did with, like this is done with this is walnut and this is coffee. Yeah, that's walnut. This is all coffee. So, oh, this is a different, oh no, that could be walnut. And this is all just coffee dyed. So it does not need to be two-toned. I just happen to have them, so I'm using them up. So like I said, you can either make, and I use instant coffee, and I make a thick, like a strong batch of cook instant coffee with water, dilute it, and I let it cool. And then in another bottle, if you don't have walnut water or something like that, make it stronger coffee batch. And the key is to have a spray bottle that has a light misting spray, not one that does big blobs. Those are no good. Well, you can try, experiment. You need a rag. Brayer is optional. I just brought it down because I thought of it last night that maybe it might work for people, but I am a hands-on girl. Okay, so I think that's enough talking. We have our coffees, butter. Now let's grab some paper. I'm going to start off. You're going to see how simple this is. I have no idea if anyone else does this technique. This was something I just came up with. So I'm going to take credit for it and think I'm a genius for a day. So I have, I put my paper down and then I take my leaves. Some of them I will remove the stems because they get too thick. And I just lay them down, right side down, veins facing up. That's with all of them. So, let's see here. Try to make a nice, like, you can take your time, there's no rush. Make a nice layout, like a free-form layout of leaves. Let's see, what else do I have here? Okay, and one more. This is I found this very relaxing to do. I was doing this on the weekend, and I found it very relaxing because it wasn't rush. And believe it or not, I'm sitting down. So you can do this sitting down for people that can't stand very long. Okay, I have my layout. Now I take my coffee, and you see, I give it a light spray all over. And can you see how the coffee is there? Don't worry. We're going to take the next piece of paper, and now you're going to lay it right on top. You only have one chance to place it. You want to line it up with the paper underneath and smooth it out. I use the rag here, and I press and smooth out because you're going to have coffee all around here, and I don't always want it smearing, so this helps me wipe it out. So I'm pressing the leaves. You see already they're coming through. If you want to be really finicky, you can use your brayer, but like I said, I found just using my hands was enough. So that's it. Now we lift it up, and here's the first print. I know it doesn't look like much yet, but you have to let it dry. Usually, I will give this print another spray of coffee so the white backgrounds get kind of blended in. Maybe even a bit from my thing. And then I dab it because I don't want those water dots. I want it to like blend in the back. Now we're going to lay this to the side and hopefully it dries before I'm finished talking with this video. If not, I will put pictures in at the end. So put that aside. Now this one, you leave it, don't touch it. You see some of the leaves moved, and if I move them, you see they look kind of ugly, but we're not done yet. So I'm going to put those leaves right back where they were, and you're going to take your thicker coffee or your second color. You can use the same coffee. I'm using my walnut spray, and you see it got darker. I sprayed on the leaves. Now I'm going to go leaf by leaf, and I'm going to flip them. No, they are not going to line up exactly like the white area that's below. Some will be pretty close. But most will not line up. But I find that's what gives the paper that extra fifth. So I've flipped them over. Oh, then usually you can take another piece of paper blotter, but I usually take the paper I had, and on the back side of it, I lay that down. This way it catches any coffee that might be on top So it gives the back side of this piece of paper also a bit of extra color. It's not much, you can barely tell, but I need a blotter. And if you're not sure, now I lift them up and da-da. Isn't that just amazing? And that's it. If you don't like these blobs, use your rag and blob them up. If your leaf did not have enough veins for your liking, what I do is I spray a little coffee or whatever I'm using, and I will dip it in there, and then I'll lay it on top, and I will press down, and that will make the veins pop up even more. Oops. And I will leave that one dark so you can see what a difference. Here, I'll do another one. Let's see here with the fern. Yeah, if you don't like getting your hands all coffee stained, put gloves on. Okay, so that's this paper right now. It looks really dark on the camera, but it's going to dry way lighter. So I'm going to put these aside and let them dry. And like I said, you can use these leaves again. I just tap them up. You don't need, so you really don't need a lot of leaves. A lot of variety is nice. I clean up my surface. And now, let's see here. This was book pages. Let's see if I can get this whole thing in here. Okay, almost. Okay, here. And I do the exact same thing on this book, lined paper, and I find it looks just so awesome. When I say I literally use all papers, I'm not kidding. Let's make a nice layout here. You will find, I found this very addicting because I couldn't stop, because each page is going to be a one of a kind. You will not have, oh, I want to use some of these. You do not have, you can't reproduce these. You can scan them and save them, but I find making them is a lot more fun. Let's put some of these leaves. What else do we have here? Oh, ones like this. Okay, that looks pretty full, huh? So, I guess you could call this is echo printing for the lazy or the quick and easy way. Spray the whole thing. The coffee. These bottles you can get anywhere. I got them at a store called Action. Amazon has them. I'm sure AliExpress and TD all have, Temu all have them. Any dollar store. They are hairdressers fine mist spray bottles. Okay, and when you have enough there, you will get a feel for it. You can see it's puddling in a few spots. That's fine. Now I take another piece of paper. That's what I love. You always get two prints for the price of one. I take my time, line it up, and press it down. As you see, this does not take long. It's not I have to let it sit in the sun to dry for hours. Once I've done my print, then I let the paper dry in the sun, but I can create more and more. Okay, and peel it back. Now you see here, there's like blobbing. If you like that, that's great. If you don't, I sometimes, depends on the look I'm looking for, I will tap it up and remove some of them. And then I get a much more delicate look. But it's hard to see here. Here it's a lovely creamy color. You'll see when it dries. Oops. This moved on me. Now remember, what, does every plane, bird, and truck have to be out today since I'm trying to do this video? Of course. So the birds I don't mind. The planes and the trucks could stop. Now I spray with my walnut spray or darker coffee. And I flip my leaves. This second spraying is basically just to get the leaves wet again. If you don't want a bit darker background, then I would say just don't spray it like I did. Do the spraying on the side and dip your leaves in. A lot of times ferns, I won't do a flipped imprint because they create their own pattern. And I do this. Like I said, don't stress out if they don't line up perfect. This is nature. We're not perfect. We shouldn't expect it to be. Now, ones like this, they sometimes are really off. So then I may try to fudge it out, or I pull the leaves off. Now, once again, take the paper you just created, place the wrong side down, not the print you made. This was my good side. And I'm just going to press, or use an extra piece of paper that you can call your blotter. Remove this. See, the paper gets some colors and I dab it off. That way you don't have a white page on the background. Or I mean on the back side. Okay, now let's see. Press them down a little more. Oh, good. We're dampened here. Oh, good. Very good. Oh, yeah. This time I'm going to leave these darker, blobbier. Oh, yeah. I liking that. Okay, now I'm going to get Fuss Buddy. I'm going to have a little spray of my walnut spray, and I'm going to dunk some of the leaves in again and do imprints, because I make it like fussy playing, where I want it a little darker. Where's this one? These I will, this one that was down here, I'll rip one leaf off, and I will start to just dunk it in the, oh, can you see that over here? I'm dunking like I did before, and then I'm getting imprints. Let's see, should I put a little bit of that fern? Okay, I'll do a little bit, since here's all dark. A little fern upprint. There. I think that's awesome. I know, you're thinking that looks like a hot mess, but trust me, when it dries, it's gonna look fantastic. Now put this aside to dry too. That's basically it, but like I said, don't forget your envelopes. The junk journals love using envelopes, and what would be lovelier than some coffee dyed envelopes? So I'm gonna lace them out here. Put the flap up, and once again I'm going to same procedure as last time. Okay, veins up, Yeah, this one is to do the upprint. Let's see here. Do some little ones. And another little one. Oh, let's squish that in there. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna do both of them. Okay. Oh, I'm out of screen a bit. Sorry about that. There. Oh, a little more. Okay. Now, got my layout. Spray them with coffee. Take a second envelope. It doesn't even have to be the exact same size as you see. I press it down. I get one here. I press it down. I use my okay. Since I brought the brayer out, I guess I should try to use it once. But like I said, I found it was just as easy. And now, the first print, this one, and the second print. This one didn't get as dark as much as I wanted, but we will fix that in a minute. And put the darker coffee or walnut liquid on top. And start flipping. Okay. I'm gonna have to pull you off. Okay, now I'm going to give this the lightest spray of coffee. And then I'm going to use the back side of the envelopes we just made to blot it up. And that light spray of coffee then will give some kind of a print. Okay, let's see here. What do we have here? Okay, it's not so much. We'll have to then, we'll print it again. I can lift these up. Oh, lovely. And I blot a bit. Take these up. Sorry for my hands, but there. Yeah, I know, it looks awful at this stage, but trust me, wait till it dries. While it's still wet, I don't even go wait till each side dries. I flip it over, and you can just spray coffee on it or do nothing. Or let's try, instead of, I'm going to spray my concoction here. I'm going to do a light spray of coffee so we break up the background. Oops, so I'm going to do one with the walnut and one with coffee. And I'm just going to dunk leaves on the vein side. I'm I'm going to dunk it in. You'll learn very quickly the upper side, the top side of the leaves don't give lovely imprints. It's the bottom side. Okay, let's see here. And let's do a little here. Oops. Oh, this one likes to stick to my rag. Okay, and I just print, just press with my hands. You see, no magic tools or anything. There, and it at least broke up the back side. So when this dries, this is going to be really pretty. You just wait and see. On the drying rack, and we're going to do the same here. I'm going to, this time I'll do just coffee, so it's not as dark. Dunk it in my spray. And let's do this leaf. Sometimes I like big leaves and it gets the whole area covered. Ta-da. I'm going to dab this one so it's not so in my face. Okay, that's it. So basically, that's it, folks. So grab yourself some paper, some coffee, some 2 strengths of coffee or 2 colors. I'm going to try some now with green, some of my green dyed papers to see how that works, or with saffron. You can add any kind of colors you would like to it. So I'm going to experiment some more, and once the papers we just did are finished drying, I will add them into the video. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I don't have to do a voiceover because of the planes, birds, and trucks and everything. But it is summer and I am outside. So, oh, let me know if you did try this and if you enjoyed it. And until next time, choose and enjoy the summer.